Hello everyone from Reykjavik, Iceland. So yeah, this is the capital of Iceland, as well as the northernmost capital in the world. Here it is, let me try to get in focus a bit. There we go. Reykjavik. This is the main church in Reykjavik, and in front of it is the Leif Erikson statue, which on the plaque shows it was donated by the US, mostly for what they used Iceland for in the Second World War. But Leif Erikson, man who discovered Iceland, so very cool. The cars actually stop for you when you try to cross the street here, which is pretty unusual compared to most of the world, to be honest. Except Europe in general, pretty good about that. There again, the church, and then this here is heading down to the downtown. So, when people come to Iceland, they usually say stay out of the big cities and stuff, which is all good, yeah. I have found the downfall of being such a young solo traveler, and that is I can't rent cars. I just really great. Look at that building, very beautiful. But yeah, I can't rent cars, so I'd have to take like organized tour excursions, which get very pricey. This street here is also quite beautiful. The buildings are really unlike anything else in Europe because they're built to be strong and last, because Iceland is on two tectonic plates and also built for warmth because we are in the Arctic. But yeah, I can't rent cars, so I'd have to take very expensive tour groups. So someday I need to come back when I'm old enough to rent a car here. Now over here, we're heading into Rainbow Road in Reykjavik. So I've heard that they move the road once a year, and it's like a scavenger hunt, you have to find it. But from all the pictures online and everything like that, I've only seen it in this area. So who knows, maybe it's just a little like Icelandic urban myth, but maybe it's for real. There's another street looking out to the water. But here we are, Rainbow Road in Reykjavik. Let's get on the road, and you can probably see the church in the background. Yes, that's it. Rainbow Road. But yeah, if you're wondering how cold it is, despite being in the Arctic Circle, it's actually significantly warmer than Oslo, which was in southern Norway. So that still, I just can't wrap my head around how that happens, but yeah. I mean, it's cold, dude. You do have to bundle up and stuff like that, but it should be pretty fine, to be honest. The shop here always has nice sparkly lights. Oh, and look, some leftover Halloween pumpkins. I actually spent Halloween, yeah, in Norway. Saw that really cool Viking village and church and whatnot. But unfortunately, I was really quite sick that day. Didn't get to do much. Now, I have heard that there's a restaurant that is not too expensive, because Iceland is like the second most expensive country in Europe, behind Switzerland, of course. All of Scandinavia and Northern Europe is pretty expensive in general, because they have really good paying jobs. But I've heard there's a restaurant that is pretty cheap and does unlimited waffles. So I might try and find that today, or I might stick with my trusty ramen noodles. So we're heading down out of the main sort of downtown, but there's still some cool stuff down here. We're heading into even more of the main area. There'll be street art everywhere, and really beautiful streets that overlook down to the water. It's a very unique country. So yeah. So I was gonna be headed to the Opera House, but I stopped at this Viking statue first. So got a little distracted, but there's the Opera House, and here's the new town of Reykjavik. Sort of goes with the theme of Northern Europe, Scandinavia, the Nordic countries, whatever you want to call it, about how they're a bit pricey. They all are kind of modern too, and I think that's just because, yeah, they're really good, like, social, economic, really well-off countries with really well-off people, so they can be really, like, modern, which most countries in Europe are super well-off, very developed and modern, but you wouldn't really see this in many countries. Maybe, you know, the UK. You can tell it's winter. Most of the plant life has browned or died right now. And so why put a California boy through it? I don't know. Just, it seems fun. If you're from somewhere hot, just go to the Arctic sometime. Just try it. Alright. I also thought it was interesting because for the tourism, like, pictures and whatnot, they show this building instead of the church and the Rainbow Road and whatnot. Now you can see some cool Icelandic mountains in the background. So it's still pretty cool and pretty unique. Let's cross. A weird thing about all the roads here is you can tell where the cars have been driving. Like, there will be little dips where the tires have been. Let's cross. Made it. Alright. Here it is. Icelandic Opera House. Sort of similar to the Norwegian one. Not sure if I filmed it, the Norwegian Opera House, that is. May have been sick that day. So yeah, Icelandic Opera House. Pretty neat. Let's head over this way. We'll see those beautiful mountains. Pretty cool. This is my 16th country. And tomorrow I'm going to my 17th country. Which, that's pretty crazy to say, to be honest. It gets really cold when it's windy. The last 2 days were so windy, you really couldn't do much. And here, Iceland. Over there, you can see it's starting to get a bit snowy. Here in Reykjavik, We love our rocks. They call Iceland the land of fire and ice.